Told you so. Y'all ready? I am. Let's see if we're going to get it this morning. And let's go. See if we can get him to respond this morning. Y'all ready? Go for it. Yeah, one more time. That's right. Y'all know one more thing. Let's get to it. And that grass ain't greener on the other side. Oh yeah, doom, 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 doom. That grass ain't greener on the other side. How you guys doing this morning? This Saturday, May 10th. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me pissed. What's good, everybody? How are you guys doing this morning? It's another day above ground. So happy that you guys are here with me. It's Saturday. Hope you guys had a good evening, because I know I did. Slept like a baby. Said, you know what? Let me get up and start pooling. Let me put on the tux this morning to look real tight for everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. Let me get this camera straight and get it pooled in so we can really get close up on each other. Excuse me, not close up on each other, but close enough so that we can see the thumbnails and the titles, everybody. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and this is our bottom line. Let me know who's in the chat right now. I want to see who's here. You guys know, y'all already know what I'm going to say if y'all this early. I want to know where you're chiming in from so that we can continue to pool content from where you're from. This way we have relevant and good dialogue. Thank you for the love, because it makes your boy Bugatti just it helps me out. You know, I love it. I love the love, and I give the love right back. With that being said, let me see who's in the building this morning, this early. We got Rebecca. Yes, good morning from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's right. We got Batty Lynn. Good morning from Detroit. Mark Dorfman says, good morning from NYC. We all three up in, y'all three up in here early. I'm here too. I don't care. As long as we up in here, we're going to do what it got to do, because y'all already know I got a lot in the clip, and it's going to go down real nice today. We got a lot of informative information. We got back and forth. We got all types of crazy things happening. We have some good things happening. Information about tariffs. We've got new information from our president. Breaking information with him saying he's going to be giving away $1,000. You're going to hear it from the horse's mouth this morning, you guys. From the horse's mouth, Donald Trump is saying he's giving away $1,000 to every immigrant who goes back home. Did he get it from us? I was wondering. I'm like, yo, hold on a minute. Sound kind of similar, Dom. You know what I'm saying? Good idea. You know what I'm saying? Because we do have the Show Your Talent show going on in all 5 boroughs, where everybody who gets to be a part of it, they start off and get $250 if they win that borough. And then once the grand prize is set, they win another $1,000. So I'm over here like, wait a minute. Did they jack us for our promo? But even if they did, you know what that shows me? That shows me that we doing good and we're making things happen. And we are the #1 show in the morning. I'm just joking. I know that they didn't get that from me. They probably came up with a good idea and said, let's see if it works. So without any further ado, y'all know what I want to do. Let me read this title. Let me get into this title. And here we go. What do we have going on this morning in the building, you guys? Good morning. Happy Saturday morning. We have Trump message to Wall Street on trade. Told you so. As you guys know, Wall Street and the stock market has all gone green for the last few days since the UK and all of these new deals have been coming in on the tariffs, and everything is seeming to level off besides China. But we're going to get into that because we have much more titles that we have to cover, such as AG. Leticia James finds out that no one is above the law. And here she is, stepping out of her brownstone in Brooklyn with the posh hairdo and the nice black bag, and she's fixing her hair, probably calling an Uber or waiting for her car driver to come and pick her up. That's another thing that we've got to go get into today, and I'm gonna go right into detail with a few major breaking news right after this last topic on our thumbnail, which is the Secretary Kristi Noem exchanges blows with Senator Van Hollen. Of course, you know, Senator Van Hollen took the trip to El Salvador to meet with Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He's asking questions about what is the administration planning on doing as far as bringing him back. Are they going to live up to what the judges 9-1 are saying? And yes, we have the full clip of that. I can't wait to get to that one. So without any further ado, I'm going to stack 4 clips, give us something to talk about. Let's try to stay on topic. You guys, if you like the content that you see, don't hit it now. But if you like the content, if you like the work that we provide, do us a favor and double tap that screen so we can get those likes out. And me, myself, I'd like to get into this breaking news right now because, yes, just like I said, Donald Trump, the president, has a message to all illegal aliens. He is saying, book your free flights now, and we'll also give you $1,000, and you have the chance to come back into the country if you do it this way. But if not, and let's let him tell you himself. Let's get into this right now, guys. Let's go.
Today I signed an executive order to launch the first ever self-deportation program for illegal aliens. We are making it as easy as possible for illegal aliens to leave America. Any illegal alien can simply show up at an airport and receive a free flight out of our country. We have also launched a phone app called CBP Home. That's CBP Home, where illegals can book a free flight to any foreign country. As long as it's not here, you can go anywhere you want. We're also adding a very important exit bonus for illegals to further incentivize their self-deportation. This deportation bonus will save American taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. What Biden did to this country can never be explained, will never, ever be accepted. Eventually, when the illegals are gone, it will save us trillions of dollars. However, if illegal aliens choose to remain in America, they're remaining illegally and they will face severe consequences. Illegal aliens who stay in America face punishments, including significant jail time, enormous financial penalties, confiscation of all property, garnishment of all wages, imprisonment and incarceration, and sudden deportation in a place and manner solely of our discretion. So to all illegal aliens, book your free flight right now. We want you out of America, but if you're really good, we're going to try and help you get back in. Thank you.
All right, you
Today
guys.
I signed an
All right, you guys. So if you guys happen to know any illegal aliens, they're trying to get a stack. They're looking for $1,000. It's kind of rough out there. You know, I know times are rough right now. Might be an idea right now. Let them know what's going on. Get $1,000. Flight to anywhere you want to go, as long as it's not here. Okay, guys, we got to stack that deck. Not coming to the comments yet, but I want to make sure that you guys see this content so that you have some good dialogue for me when I come to read those comments. Let's keep on going. Now we're going to keep on moving forward because, again, we're going to get it from the horse's mouth. We don't want to go to MSNBC or Fox or anywhere when we can get this information directly from the person. So Trump was asked again, how long? Because you guys always want to talk about the money, 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 money. And you always want to know, are you going to be able to save any money? Are you going to be able to go actually buy some groceries? Is it still going to be $50 to $70 to bring out maybe 1 to 2 bags of groceries? We want to know these questions, and that's why Trump has been asked, how long will Americans have to deal with the rising prices due to tariffs? And yes, without any further ado, that's what we're getting into. We're going to stack the deck with 4, and then I'm coming to the comments. I got to give you something to talk about before I step over there. So let's go.
With companies like Ford and Mattel recently saying they're going to raise prices on certain products, how long do you think the American public is going to be patient and
Yeah.
wait for you.
Well, I don't think, I think they're saying that just to try and negotiate deals with me. They're not. Look, tariffs are the most misunderstood thing maybe in any form of business, anywhere in business. Oftentimes the country picks them up. Oftentimes the company picks it up. The people don't pick it up, okay? The people don't pick it up. And if Ford did that, they wouldn't sell any cars. And if Mattel, I don't know, I'm not so sure. They also said, they're the only country I've heard, they said, well, we're gonna go counter. We're gonna try going someplace else. That's okay. Let them go and we'll put 100% tariff on this.
Wow.
Need a UGC video for your business? Find me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr. Or
His toys, and he won't sell one toy in the United States, and that's their biggest market. I heard that. I mean, I watched this guy talking about how I'm going to go counter. I said, well, I wouldn't want to have him as an executive too long. The Ford people I know very well, what they're doing is negotiating with us by saying that, but we don't think that's going to happen. Look, I put out a truth today, and it said that gas is down, gasoline is down, energy is down. Groceries are down, eggs are down. I mean, eggs, thank you very much. But eggs are down. When I came in the first week, you guys hit me with eggs. I said, what the hell happened with eggs? Eggs were up like 170% and going up. And they said, don't order any for Easter. And we were thinking about ordering plastic eggs like everybody was doing. And Brooke did a fantastic job, agriculture. Brooke did a fantastic job. And we had hundreds of thousands of eggs out here on the lawn just 2 weeks ago at Easter. But you take a look at the cost, energy's down, even interest rates are down. Now, if the chairman of the Fed, Jerome, if he would lower interest rates like China did, like I think UK did, but like numerous other countries have done, it's like jet fuel, it'd be great. But he doesn't want to do it. I think he doesn't want to do it. Probably he's not in love with me. I think that's right. It's sort of a crazy reason, but that's the way life is. Anybody in his position would be like jet fuel. But even without that, we're doing well. But remember this, I've watched you people reporting over the last few months that if we do this, prices are going to go through. Well, groceries are down. All of this stuff is down. Lumber is down. Oil is gone to, I mean, we have that thing broke 60, right? $60 a barrel, and $1.98, $1.99 in some cases, and heading in that direction. No, I think it's been amazing, actually. And what that's good for, it gives the consumer more money.
All right, you guys, you heard what he said. My question every time we talk about tariffs, every time they say it in Washington that the prices are going down, I always want to know from you, are you feeling those supermarket prices go down? Is your gas going down? I want to know if this actually is relating to the people out there, because that's the real reason why you guys come here, and y'all don't play around when it comes down to those tariffs and y'all money. I already know that. That's why I said, you know what? I'm going to give them the money first, because they like that. That's what they really want to talk about, because that's what's concerning right now. So you guys got it straight from the horse's mouth, right? So I want to know from you, are you feeling those prices go down in your supermarket? Is the gas prices going down when you pull up to the gas station? Don't worry, I'm going to read your comment. I got 2 more videos to stack, because we're going to New York. New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Okay, that's where we're going right now in my great state. Oh my God, I can't stand this lady, Kathy Joku Hoku, because of arrests that are being made from Tren de la Agua. They found those guys that attacked the New York City cops, and guess what they got, you guys? Y'all ready? Y'all know what it is, because we already know this. I might have to do a little meme on this, but let's go to it, because this is what happened to the Tren de la Agua teenager that got arrested. They said, excuse me, come here for a minute. Watch your head. And then he's doing this in the car. Hopefully he's going to El Salvador. Hopefully, this is my little maraschino cherry on top. I'm hoping that they get him the hell out of here. Let's get to the clip, you guys. Let's go. Because you guys saw what happened in Times Square the other day. And I've been telling you for 3 months, it's going down downtown. They're not playing, they're robbing people, and this is how it's happening.
Meanwhile, police arresting another teen who was allegedly part of a group that attacked 2 NYPD officers last week in Times Square. And officials say that the suspects are members of Trinidad, the gang.
Chanley Painter joins us now with all the details. Hey, Chanley.
Hey, Ansley, Lawrence, and Brian. So police are still searching for more suspects after that assault of 2 NYPD officers in Times Square last week. Authorities say the suspects are members of a Times Square gang known as Diablos de la 42, described as an offshoot of Tren de Aragua, the violent Venezuelan gang. And the latest suspect arrested is only 16 years old. He faces 10 charges, including attempted assault, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of a weapon. Police say the first 5 suspects arrested were all illegal migrants from Venezuela, all repeat offenders that were listed in the city's gang database. 3 others are still being sought, police releasing these photos asking for the public's help in apprehending the suspects. And investigators say the migrant youth gang confronted their victims in the heart of Times Square last Friday, then surrounded them in a, quote, wolf pack-style robbery. Police releasing this new body cam video of the attack showing the migrant crew throwing makeshift weapons at the officers who were attempting to break up the robbery. Thankfully, none of them were seriously injured, the officers, that is. And the alleged teen gang members, though, they range in age from 12 to 19 years old and are linked to dozens of robberies around New York City since 2022, guys, according to police.
And Chanley, you're a lawyer.
And nobody's been paying attention to this. I've been seeing it actually go down. Like, yo, what's these kids over here doing? The next thing you know, they're talking about local robberies, purse snatches, and all of that. Girls, ladies, be very careful when you come to the city of New York and you go to areas like 34th Street to go to Macy's as well as Times Square. They know that you have money, and those are the areas that only tourists stay at. There's a high volume of a lot of traffic people, and they have a chance of being able to get you, rob you, because they can blend right in with the crowd once they run away. The tactic is they pull up against you and they try to snatch your purse. They run off. What are you going to do? How are you going to chase these people? Y'all be careful, especially the people that are always on that. Can't wait to get to New York City. And the first place you go is where? Times Square. You're doing all this, taking pictures, and next thing you know, zip, bam, boom, bag is out of there, and you're broke, probably lost your passport and everything. Be careful. Also, put your passport inside the hotel safe inside of your room. This way, if worst case scenario comes around when you actually do get robbed, at least you still got your identification and you can still get the HELL hockey sticks out of here. And when you realize you don't really want to be here no more. Now, moving right along, because we got one more clip to play before I get into these comments. Incredibly dangerous. That's what lawmakers are saying. When you got 2 of your closest enemies that's actually getting together, it's really bad. So they're saying that China is actually growing a presence in Cuba. And, we're not, we don't have any good relationships going on with Cuba, so yeah, right now a lot of lawmakers are saying that they're setting up all of these locations where they can scan us, find out what's going on, and they're doing this like as a proxy through Cuba. We need to know stuff like this, the stuff that they're not telling us as far as things like this, because we over here walking around Scooby-Dooby-Doo thinking everything's okay. We took the wrong pill, and stuff like this is actually happening when they took the red pill. I want you guys to check this out. I want you guys to see what's going on, because this is something that could affect you. Think it may not, but trust me, it definitely could. Check it out, you guys. Incredibly dangerous situation right here. I want you guys to see what's going on here.
President Trump posted on his Truth Social account about his support in raising taxes on the highest earners to pay for tax cuts. He writes this: the problem with even a
or not. I'm not privy to that information yet.
Let me move on to the Communist Party of China. You recently held a hearing on the growing influence of the CCP in Castro's Cuba. Here's some of what you said at that hearing. Watch.
Mounting evidence suggests that the Chinese Communist Party is expanding its strategic partnership with the totalitarian communist regime in Cuba to build advanced surveillance infrastructure capable of targeting the United States. This collaboration represents one of the most brazen intelligence operations ever attempted near the American mainland and places our military operations, commercial activity, and communication squarely in the crosshairs of a hostile foreign power. Recent satellite imagery and open source analysis suggest the presence of several Chinese-funded signals and intelligence facilities across Cuba. The possibility that these sites are capable of monitoring U.S. military operations
Wow, that's incredible, Congressman. What else can you tell us?
Well, look, we've had surveillance facilities in Cuba, usually run by the Russians, but now they're being taken over by the Chinese with much greater capabilities. And so that.
Welcome to Sora Beach Residences, where luxury meets serenity on the pristine shores of Al Marj.
That's what's happening. We have an adversary 90 miles from our shore. It's called Communist Cuba, and they're going to be friendly to the Chinese. That regime, Communist Cuba, is on the brink, and they're going to need all the help they can from their friends. One of their friends is China. And so, look, one of the problems that we have with surveillance in the area is we have the largest military training range is around the state of Florida, aerial range. And it's the only range where we really can simulate combat in the Taiwan Straits. And so that's, it's going to be telling to the Chinese what our tactics are going to be if we ever get into a conflict with them. How, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? Those facilities there in Cuba are going to help them out a lot. That's why it's so dangerous.
That is incredible. Thank you for pointing that out, and thank you for your work on that. By the way, it seems to me...
Again, I know we don't normally cover stuff like that, but again, let's not walk around acting like stuff's not happening out here in the world, because guess what? I'm in the comments. I want to know what you guys got to say about this. Let's go. Kevin Jackson said, anyone heard any good leaks lately? What else you got? Tim Nugent says, the Cuban Missile Crisis 20. This has been in the talks. Glad they're actually bringing more attention to this finally. And I'm bringing attention to it too, Tim Nugent. I really appreciate you noticing that. Let's keep on going, you guys. What? For 70 years, Dustin says, Deacon, tell me you only watch CNN live. Oh, whatever. Y'all still talking about whatever the network is. Somebody need to talk to this Dustin Larkin guy because he doesn't know how we get down over here. Chad C says, Gotti is awesome every day. Thank you so much, Chad C. I appreciate you too, brother. Deacon says, tax the wealthiest people in America instead of trillions in tax cuts. And this guy is a sheep. He's not a real person. Yeah, what says chemtrails are scary, to be honest. Kendra Walker, good morning, Kendra. She said, Grand Rising with the blue heart. What's up, Kendra? How you doing, girl? Mally says, they've been doing this forever, but we need to put it out there because I didn't know about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mally. I didn't know that they were doing that forever. The TLT says, wow, he really said nothing. Okay, and go get your Botox injections, Mad Hatter. Okay, what else you got over here? Yeah, guys got Deacon Blue says, Republican-led Congress passed the budget resolution to cut $820 Medicaid. We're not talking about that. Let's stay on topic. Let's go stay on topic. Chad C says, well, I guess Palantir is all about facial recognition AI, so they will be collecting huge data on us to sell. I guess we are under constant surveillance. Okay, thank you, Chad C, for staying on topic. Mad Hatter says they already are over the land. Yes, they are. That's with those drones and all of those balloons that they knocked down. You're right, Mad Hatter. Mind Elevation says that jacket looked like it's been in the dryer for too long. Okay, you're supposed to wear a tuxedo that fits on your body. Look up any, these are the haters right here, y'all. The ones that talk about my jacket and all of that and stuff. This is a tuxedo jacket. It's supposed to fit your physique. It's not my fault that I do 400 push-ups a day and my body just happens to look like this and it's supposed to fit like that. So whoever said that, do us all a favor. Let's see us send us a picture of you. Yeah, let's see a picture of you. Guarantee you don't look like this. Ha ha. And I could say that because I could drop down and do 200 push-ups right now. Can you do that? See? Let's keep on going. Now, what else we got here? We've got Mad Hatter that says, shit, I've seen flights over PA from Havana, Cuba to Toronto, Canada, spraying them chemtrails. What are they spraying? Can't be good stuff. Mad Hatter, thank you so much because that's more information that we need to know. We need to know this. Dustin Larkin says taxes are getting removed from lower middle class and a $9,000 stimulus is coming soon. I haven't heard about it. It was supposed to be $5,000, but they ain't talking about it recently, Dustin. Even the Pope dislikes the Trump administration. Okay, you guys, we got to move forward because they don't want people to start running because we're not playing videos. They like one thing about us. Many people like the videos. A lot of people like the community and the chat. So we're going to try to keep this thing going so that everybody is pleased here. I am only the host. This is you guys' show. So with that being said, do me a favor. If you guys appreciate the content and the fact that I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning, also got this tight ass jacket on. It's not tight. It's supposed to look like this. They're just hating. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I know when a jacket is tight, boy. I know when that blue jacket that I had on before and the other guy that had that video on with the one button that was like, yeah, that button that would have popped out and took your eye out. Yeah, but this one here, that's how it's supposed to look. So thank you for caring about the way I look in my jacket. And all of those who not hating and really appreciate the show, do us a favor and let's double tap that screen and get those likes up because that brings more people over here. And again, ain't my fault if I'm getting big because I do all them damn push-ups. Can't help it. I love to be healthy. I love to drink water. And I encourage you to do the same thing. That's what I encourage you to do. Do the same thing. Stay healthy. This way we have more days to keep on getting up and doing the bottom line. And we can worry about buying jackets later. Incredible, dangerous law. What else we got here? We got Washington. Come on, y'all. Come on to the front of the congregation. Nothing too crazy. We got some more questions about what's being done after the U.S. and the U.S. trade deal with UK. They did part of a trade, but they're saying that there's other parts of the UK that have nothing to do with that tariff. I didn't know that. With the deal yesterday, I didn't know that the entire UK was not covered under this tariff agreement. So we have to cover it because again, it comes directly from the horse's mouth and he's explaining what's going to happen with the rest of the United Kingdom that wasn't covered under the tariffs.
For the Italian TV, Daniele Compatangelo, LA7, TV 2000, Primetime Media. So congratulations for the deal. We'll see a big revenues from the chart. But what's the rest of Europe? It's a victory day, but other European countries, it seems like they're losing the trade.
We intend to make a deal with Europe. We have found that the European Union treated us extremely unfairly, very difficult, and hurt themselves in doing so. And they very much want to make a deal. We'll be dealing with them. We are dealing with them currently. So that'll cover pretty much the rest of it. But this was separate because of Brexit in particular. This was a separate deal. It always seems so natural. I mean, all the media would say that this seemed to be like, why did this happen 25 years? Why didn't it happen a long time ago? And it was always amazing to me. Somebody would say, hey, we got to make a deal. We have to make a deal. But this deal just fell into place. The Prime Minister did a fantastic job. His representatives are total professionals and they got along well. And it just seemed to work. And I think one of the reasons it did is because we blew up the whole system.
So what's these deals really about? And what did the Prime Minister say? And what's going to happen when it comes down to these trade deals? I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about the UK. I am still learning a lot as I come here. As you know, as I come here, I learn much more about tariffs. I learn more about politics. We're learning as we go. I'm not telling you guys I'm a person that does this all day. I don't know about, politics and all of that. I just got, into it and I learned, and that's why I come here and we keep on going back and forth until we get better at what we're doing. But we still have to ask the questions. You guys still need to have a community and a place that we can actually ask these questions, one place to come. I actually learn from you guys so much in these comments when I don't know something. So when I ask you these questions, somebody might, it might be 4 or 5 comments, but one of them is actually the actual real question or the definition of what I'm trying to learn. So I get so much from coming on this platform every single day. So that could be the reason why we play clips and why we in the comments, just so that the people that want to know why we're doing this. But also I want you guys to see the breakdowns, because for the last couple of months, I've been seeing the stock market in the red because of tariffs. And this is the reason why we made this title today. This is our bottom line original title that says Trump's message to Wall Street on trade is "I told you so." It's because of the fact that it was going so bad with trade for so long. And he was saying that we had to stick in there and hold on for a little while. But so many people were like, no, let's do this and let's do that. And then the other day, I really went to the stock market. I saw the ticker and I saw everything going green. So it's like, whoa, I guess he told him so, told Wall Street so, and so let's make that a title. That's the reason why we have this title this morning. Plus, I found a few clips that actually substantiate what I'm saying right now with the 5 as they broke down the big trade deals that he made. So check this out, you guys. I want you guys to see this. This is actually from our title, and the reason why we made it is because of S like this.
The Panicans had waited. President Trump scoring his first trade deal since Liberation Day with the United Kingdom and teasing more countries to follow as he fights for a fairer playing field in the global market. 47 charming the bloody socks off the Brits while in the Oval and even made them laugh at his jokes about the Democrats.
With this deal, the UK joins the United States in affirming that reciprocity and fairness is an essential and vital principle of international trade.
This is a really fantastic, historic day in which we can announce this deal between our two great countries.
The Democrats are fighting it only because they want to fight. They have Trump derangement syndrome. Senator Schumer's become a Palestinian. Buttigieg, who has no clue. You know, he drives to work on his bicycle with his, in all fairness, with his husband on the back, which is a nice, loving relationship.
Yo,
Oh my God.
I had to give y'all something to laugh at real quick. Coming to the comments, what y'all got for me? Let's go. I'm in the comments. What y'all got for me? He looks like a troll, says the TLT. Yeah, what? Yeah, what? Says, wow. Tom OB says, I love Trump. Daniel says, cry harder. We know we are doing well. Deacon Blue says, same deal we had under Biden. Okay, Deacon, thank you. Michelle says, Panicans, haha, yes. Dumb. What we got? Tim the Gin says they're cleaning house. Okay, Dustin Larkin says he wasn't talking about checks, goofball. Pay attention. I was talking about checks. Daniel says we lost $1 trillion to China in trade last year. Damn, okay. What else y'all got over here? Mad Hatter says, Deacon Blue, most of these countries, governments, businesses are nations own land in USA. Can American government, businesses, or nations own land in Canada or China or UK? Simple, no. I feel the same way about when we're coming into their countries. Anybody ever see border war when they're trying to go over the border and they're bringing their identification and they say, okay, how long are you going to be here? Where you're going to be working? How much money you have in the bank? They search you. They go crazy on this stuff. So yes, they don't even let people come into their countries, let alone own businesses and trade. Yep, Mad Hatter, you got another one right there. Guys, do me a favor. If y'all appreciate the content that y'all see before you this morning, do your boy a favor. It's Saturday morning. It's a great morning right now. We'd like to get many more people over here. Let's double tap that screen and get more people over here. What do you mean by that, Bugatti? Because of the fact that you double tap the screen, YouTube sends up a notification. More people come over. And then you hear people say, what's going on over here? Don't believe me? Double tap the screen and send up a like and watch the comments. You're going to see a bunch of people say, so what's going on over here? That means that it's become full circle. What you've done is made the algorithm send that notification up, and now the person is coming over here saying what's going on. And that's our bottom line. To get more people over here, to get the fat on their brains and learn from us and teach me too, because I don't know everything. So if you guys appreciate the content, let's double tap that screen, because now this right here, I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad that I went through the spiel, because I did that, Kendra, I did that, Batty, and I did that, Chad, for the runners. The ones that be like, he asked me for likes, we out of here. You know what I'm saying? Those people, because what happens and what do we do? And then a whole bunch of new people come over and they get to see this, boom, this banger right here. Because you know I'm ready with the banger right now. You know it's about banger time. Only thing about this banger is pretty scary. And what I'm about to show you right now, I don't condone this for any children. Children, do not play with GUNS, because right now I'm about to show you a clip of two children pointing guns at police. The police. Check this out. I want you guys to see this right here. Yes, two children. They had to be no older than, I want to say, 10, 11 years old. But this is what they wound up doing yesterday. Check this out. When it gets to the point where they're continuously doing the same thing, I'm gonna speed it up so that we can get to the end. It's a 9-minute clip, but I have to speed through it. Whoever wants to run, go ahead, because y'all gonna miss some good content.
Eyes with the drone. It is going to be a handgun, black over white.
Come on, guys.
And he's refusing
Hey,
to drop
girls,
it.
can you guys drop that and come talk to me? Just go ahead and drop that.
Put it down, babe. Go ahead and put it down for me, okay?
You're not in trouble, but you have to drop that and come talk to us, all right?
See if there's a magazine inside the magazine well.
Put it down,
But
baby.
they're playing with the gun back and forth. The one in the blue is trying to take it from the one in the orange.
Put it down, baby.
Just drop it, buddy.
Put it down, babe. You're okay. Put it down,
And
baby.
now the kid in the
You wanna
blue
put
and
all
green
these
has
away,
the
but I
firearm.
need you to put it down, baby.
Let's not do that, bud.
Here's our shield.
Well, let's not do that. Let's take your hand off, buddy. Let's put it on the ground.
So there's a drone that's giving this footage right here. And then there's
Hey, guys,
still
put the
officers
gun
on
down.
both sides of them. Officers on this side and officers on that side talking to them. But there's a drone that's getting this
Just put
content.
it down, babe.
And they're trying to get them to put this gun down. It's automatic.
I know. Can you put it down for me?
Just put it down.
You're not going to be in trouble, okay?
Monday CRM has the best AI
Oh no,
features in the
oh
game.
no,
Especially
oh
in
no.
sales.
Hands down.
So for me, email.
Put it on the ground, bud. Come talk to us. You're not in trouble.
394, who has it?
Can you put it on the ground for me, bud?
The one in the blue.
It's going to be in his left hand. He does have his finger on the trigger right now.
Hey.
Put it
Hey,
down.
put it
Don't
down,
do
buddy.
that.
I'm trying to
Put it down, baby.
Come on. Okay.
Eugene.
All right, y'all. This is gonna go on for a little while. That's why I said I gotta speed it up. You're not missing nothing, but we're gonna start to get to some beanbag action right now. Yes, here we go. I'm gonna speed it up until we get to this here, right here. Let's just go to right here. We're gonna go to right here. Let's go.
Be right by you, but if you put it down on the floor, then he could keep his cannon down.
This is going on for 6 minutes already.
But put it on the floor.
30 and 40.
Just wait. Stand by.
And I don't know whose shoes he got on, but they
The
damn
sooner you
sure
put
ain't
that
his.
down, the sooner we can take you home. We go see your mom.
Sean, this isn't a game no more. We're not playing a game right now. This is serious.
1030 speaking with 254.
Now they
I
go,
need you to put that down.
now the police are getting
I want to
aggravated.
help you, Sean. You tell me what you need after you put it down, and I'll make sure that we get you some whatever you need, okay?
We're just gonna wait for a second.
Can you do
Just
that
hold on.
for me? Well, your mom gave me your name backwards then.
Cocking the
All right,
magazine and
then
all,
Eugene.
cocking it back and all that.
Can you
This
put
little
it down
kid
for
is
me?
like,
Now Sean has it. Sean, can you just toss it to the side, babe? Let's make this easy.
straight up, I don't know. These kids ain't got no respect.
I want to try to do a warning.
They ain't scared of
Put
nothing.
it down, Sean. We don't want to hurt you,
I
okay?
just don't want to fucking.
And here it
Put
go.
it down, Sean.
I really don't want to fucking 40 a kid right
We don't want to hurt you, and we want to help you, okay?
Aim it and fire.
It'd be
48.
Put it down,
Bean
baby.
bags, y'all. Bean bags.
40 going out. 40, 40, 40.
Drop it! Drop it! Drop it, Sean! Load another one. Drop it now! You're gonna get hit! Drop it!
You dropped the gun! Taser, taser, taser!
Drop it now. Drop it right now.
I don't even have the gun. I don't have the gun.
Go over here.
1030, 10-4.
Now, again, you guys, I don't know about y'all, but me, what the fuck? Get your little ass, you son of a bitch. Hold on a minute. Get this little. I'm sorry, I apologize, you guys, but That's probably what I would have did. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But hey, I should have did it yesterday when I watched the clip instead of doing it in front of you. But probably would have whooped their ass. Probably would have really whooped their butts. I'm in the comments, y'all. What y'all got for me? Let's go. What we got? What we got? Daniel says, man, I but would have fallen off from the whooping I got every day. Johnny says, over pampered kids. Yeah, what? Real deal? Where there you did. I can't even catch my breath. I'm trying to catch my breath so I can read y'all comments, but yeah, y'all, that's what would have happened. I'm gonna keep on going. The TLT says Mickey Mouse Club is wild. Lost Soul says go Trump. I voted for this. Leather belt, that's what it was. Chad C says respect is demanded in the 505, even at early ages. Johnny and Marty says imagine it was a black kids. Hunter says look like they were defending something. Lost Soul says you lost, get over it. Leon says 100%, never got that belt before. Speedy Joe says make the switch great again. Bro, lose some weight, you'll gain your breath back. Yes, that's okay. I thought you were fit. I am fit. I was just messing with y'all. All right, I am fit. Y'all really want to see? Like, do I have to actually come on here one day and not wear a suit and then have to get dressed like Mr. Rogers in front of you? Like, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. No, do I got to do all that? No, don't worry about it. Yes, I was moving around pretty crazy. Wasn't really thinking I was going to be swinging my belt. You know, sometimes it happens. Even the actors, like when Cat Williams and what's his name, Martin used to go into scenes sometimes. But yes, let me tell you guys, you're not going to get no content like that from anywhere else. I guarantee you that. So do me a favor. If you appreciate the content, let's double tap that screen to get more people over here. Where else was you going to see that at? Tell the truth. Your algorithm and your timeline don't got stuff like that being dropped. So yes, do me a favor. Let's get more people over here by double tapping that screen, because right now, this is something that I think people need to pay attention to. Jokes over, not funny at all. This person is about to get up out of here. Thank you so much for making yourself seen, because now you can go. Whoever was typing that nasty word right there, thank you for making yourself seen by trolling like that. So we're going to go over to the secret nuclear weapon stash that was found in Iran, because this is very serious. These people cannot have a weapon of mass destruction. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. And guess what we just determined? Looks like somebody just went over the sand with like some sort of a blower to get like all of the sand off. And they can see an underground place where they're actually making nuclear bombs in Iran. So I'm not going to say it loud, but I think it's almost time to deal with Iran. I want you guys to see this clip right here because it's very important. The same way I showed you guys the other one that I felt that it was informative and things that we need to know about. So let's check out this secret nuclear weapon structure that was uncovered in Iran. I had to watch this whole clip just to find this out right here. But check this out, you guys. I want you to see it.
So several weeks, I think, before it may return to some kind of normalcy, but a good step in the right direction. Eyes wide open here. The Houthis will recover, rearm, and likely reattack.
MEK exposed a nuclear plant that we didn't know existed. That's a dissident Iranian group. And now we see satellite images of another nuclear plant. How does that affect talks and any belief that maybe we're going to get some candor and transparency with the Ayatollahs group?
Yeah, I just think it's really a kind of a pregnant reminder here of who these guys really are. 45 years in the regime, destabilized the region, trying to dominate and control it, fueling war with their proxies. And under the ruse of having a civil nuclear program, they have developed threshold nuclear weapons capability. And here's another evidence of their desire to do just that.
Right.
And you can't trust them. I mean, that should be the thing that we're dealing with. No matter how pleasant the negotiator is and no matter how reasonable that negotiator may seem, we fundamentally cannot trust these people.
I know.
They are deceptive and they will cheat. That's the reality of what we're facing here. The president is hard fast on we have to dismantle first. And he said it as late as this week. We come and you dismantle right in front of us. Now, what are we talking about in dismantling? Enriched uranium, the centrifuges that make that highly enriched uranium.
So that's how they're growing so fast. They're hiring freelancers. Look what they're doing with AI experts.
To include, I believe, the manufacturing plant that does that.
Right.
And also the sites. These secret sites have got to be destroyed.
Yeah.
And the delivery ballistic missile systems that would deliver those nuclear weapons. That is what dismantling is all about. And obviously, they don't want any part of it, that being the Iranians.
Yes, because it's the last ditch effort for them because they don't really got nothing going on over there. And they want to terrorize everybody else saying, oh, we got nuclear weapons. So now y'all can't celebrate Christmas. We got nuclear weapons. Y'all can't eat fried chicken. They're going to be so crazy doing all types of crazy stuff to us, man. They can't have them nuclear weapons. And whatever we got to do, this is personal with me. I think we need to go ahead and do what we got to do to Iran. Sorry to say it, but we're gonna keep on moving forward. I want to stack the deck just a little more and get to Leticia James, because she finds out that no one is above the law, not even Steven Seagal. Remember that movie, Above the Law, Steven Seagal? So Leticia James is gonna find out that she, even when she claims that her dad is her boyfriend, her husband, yeah, we caught you. She's got caught with the paperwork. And now y'all not going to believe this. She's actually going, I hate the way that she talks. She be trying to talk all straight and everything and talk all clear and everything. And now she's literally trying to say, those are lies. I have a lawyer. Basically trying to say that the stuff that's written in black and white, where she's trying to say that she didn't allegedly, wasn't the one that signed these papers. Check this out right here. We're going to go into a little bit of Sherman's having relations, mother, Eddie Murphy's from the Clump's mother. We're talking about Leticia James / Respucia. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Let's do what we got to do.
Attorney General Leticia James is now the subject of Department of Justice investigation over some of her real estate dealings.
Sherman's having relations. Sherman's having relations. Y'all don't see what I'm talking about? Put some glasses on her. Sherman's having relations. Come on. Like, don't you see it?
She's reportedly being accused of listing a home in Virginia as her primary residence and putting down her dad as her husband on the mortgage applications. Last month, the Federal Housing Finance Agency referred Leticia James for possible DOJ prosecution. Here's part of the statement. Based on media reports, Leticia James falsified bank documents and property records to acquire government-backed assistance and loans and more favorable loan terms. Well, Leticia James calls those allegations baseless. In fact, last night she was heckled about them at a town hall meeting. You got to see it.
How does it feel to know that you will be in prison for mortgage fraud?
Thank you for coming. We respect all opinions. Everybody knows those allegations are baseless. They're discredited.
There's just something about yelling at the American voter that just rings hollow. She'll see. Leticia James has hired high-profile attorney Abby Lowell to defend her, and she says she will keep fighting.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide.
I'm just getting started and I need to save money. Busy gave me the best service for the best price.
As a freelancer, the zero
divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side, and the one institution that has stood by our side is the courts. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
Yeah, you better pray. I mean, that was a good speech. I done seen a whole bunch of reverends, Reverend Ike, Reverend Sharpton. I seen a lot of people give speeches, and still what they wind up getting, y'all? Y'all ready? Excuse me. Turn around, please. And then watch your head. And then you're looking around stupid like this. Yeah, because it's on paper and you signed that. And you've already took the money. So maybe not jail time, but she's definitely allegedly guilty of this crime. Talking about we will survive. Bitch, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You signed them papers. I ain't getting no cut off of that money that they gave you when you said that your father was your husband. Acting like we ain't no we. What you from France or something? Talking about we, my aunt. You better go ahead and take care of that yourself. Now I'm in these comments, want to know what you guys got to talk about. Missy B says, Missy B 420 dying laughing. Chris said hi. What y'all got over here? Commander says, God forbid you join the conversation. You must be a hater. What else we got over here? We got Pat says, yeah, New York taxpayers money paying $10 million towards her legal fees. Exactly. Johnny says, is you not us. What else you got? You got Commander says, fly. How is some people lack reasoning and common sense? What else you got? Yeah, what? CJD, he is a nice dude. Stop the bagging. Who? CJD. Oh, yeah, we gonna get him up out of here. We gonna get that person up out of here. Who's CJD? Yeah, what? Okay, CJD gotta go. Okay, Missy, she's getting locked up. They gonna let her out. They gonna let her out. She's getting locked up. They won't let her out. No, they won't let her out. She signed some papers the other day. Said her pops was her man. And then they found out he wasn't. Now there's a messed up plan. She was making so much money. The product was moving fast. And then they caught her ass. Then they sold the last pack. And then she got locked up. They gonna let her out. They gonna let her out. She got locked up. All right, what else? Wayno says, how can she literally fight that charge? She's literally filled out the contracts fraudulently. Thank you. You're the only person that's really getting what I'm going with this. You sign these papers. Wait a minute. This person right here, who that? Wayno, do me a favor, become a member. I need smart people like you in the comments all the time. Demonetize says she can't even resist the urge to go to the refrigerator. Thank you. Tim Nijen says, funny how some people want to watch and complain. Typical haters, right? Yo, Tim Nijen, ain't that crazy? They want to watch but they still here and they want to complain, right? It's 6:48 and this dude is in a suit, LOL. Okay, CJD, I found your ass. And here we go, Chad C. Here go everybody that wanted him out of here. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, BOOM! Out of here, CJD. Y'all, too many people wanted you out of here. She look hungry right now, yeah, what, don't you? Mad Hatter says, yeah, Americans are paying for the legal fees too. Yeah, man. Victory says the company's paying the streamers to make it a part of the video. Okay, Trump isn't that stupid. Demonetize says, there's nothing discredited, Tishy. There's nothing discredited, Tishy. So stop lying. Stop lying. With your wrinkle easel, I can't be your lover. Stop lying. Tish James, stop lying. Now let's take it over to Newark. Because we got a situation with Mayor, what's his name? Baracco. He got arrested for trespassing at a migrant detention center. Now, I don't know if he's trying to stand out in his party. Maybe he wants to go for governor next time or whatever. But yes, he went over to this detention center and they was like, yeah, well, we have the authority. We can come in here. Yeah, so I want you guys to see this because it got kind of crazy. Major pushback was going on. And I'm surprised nobody got arrested, to be honest with you. I guess they didn't want to arrest the mayor. But check this out, you guys. New York Mayor Ras Baraka arrested for trespassing at a migrant detention center.
Newark Mayor Ras Baraka is arrested by federal agents at an ICE detention facility housing immigrants in his city. And good evening to you. At 6 o'clock, I'm Liz Cho.
And I'm Bill Ritter. Mayor Baraka has been outside Delaney Hall several times this week, claiming the facility did not have the permit to house undocumented immigrants. This afternoon, Homeland Security agents arrested him for trespassing.
The arrest now prompting outrage from Democratic members of Congress who are also there to tour the facility. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim is live in Newark with our lead story tonight. Stefan.
Well, Liz and Bill, tensions had been simmering between these two sides. Today's protest here had been planned, but it escalated when the mayor of Newark was arrested. Take a look at the hundreds of demonstrators now outside the gate. He was brought here to this ICE facility. Congress members, meanwhile, say they were assaulted and roughed up by ICE agents. The question now is, where does this all go from here?
This is the last. I'm not. Listen. This is the last one.
This is video of Newark Mayor Ras Baraka squaring off with ICE agents at Delaney Hall. He had accompanied 3 members of the New Jersey congressional delegation who say they have oversight authority.
We're here conducting an oversight visit, which we have the power to do as congressional members.
Congress members Rob Menendez, LaMonica McIver, and Bonnie Watson Coleman were permitted on the facility, but Baraka was told he had to leave the premises. The interim U.S. attorney says the mayor was inside the facility and warned several times, but he refused to leave.
ICE is out of control. ICE thinks it can intimidate all of us, and it cannot intimidate any of us. And we, the people, will make sure that this administration adheres to the rules that separate us from dictatorships in other third world countries. It is.
Okay, so they really going hard for these immigrants over there. As you can see, Ras Baraka got arrested, and anybody out there in Newark, see what's going on with y'all. I see y'all really going hard for the migrants out there. I guess y'all ain't broke enough. Y'all ain't feel the fire like we did over here in New York, because we had to feel the fire. We done gave up almost a couple of, I think it's about $14 billion or something like that. Lost a lot of money dealing with these illegal immigrants. I myself, I'll be happy to see them go. As many that can leave as possible. It even helps. You guys might want to start another business on the side, finding out how you can help them facilitate working the CBP One app. Might be a little business on the side that you might want to figure out. Hey, anybody need help getting the hell up out of here? See if they give you a cut. Keep on going, you guys, because y'all already know what we got to do. We got so much more in the clip. We got to keep on moving forward. We got to come on back over to New York. Come on back over to New York, because there was chaos that broke out at a Brooklyn college. I guess they're trying to take a hint from what's going on at Columbia University, but that didn't work out too good, because a lot of those people got arrested, as well as, like, kicked out of the school. So does it make sense to spend all of that money to go to a school, sometimes like $90,000 actually? It costs $90,000 to go to Columbia University. You're in there, you're studying, you're in the library minding your business, you're minding your business. And the next thing you know, you can't even study and finals is coming up, but you spent $90,000 to go to this school. So now the same sort of chaos broke out at a Brooklyn college after protesters tried to set up some tent and they just wasn't having it. I want you guys to see this right here, because the security actually stepped in, as well as police. Check this out. It's a lot of this seems like it's going on now. A lot of protesting, and they're doing it at colleges now. Notice the police. This is a perfect time for me, myself, and I to explain to you our police force in New York City. Do you see a beard? You see any resemblance of a muscle? See anybody standing over 6 feet? I myself, I'm short. I'm 5'6". Can't handle a big crowd like this. 4 or 5 of them grab me and try to get me. I'm going to be able to throw some punches and probably hit somebody, knock them out or whatever like that. But I might have to resort to some real violence. These guys, much smaller than myself, and they're very young. I don't know if they've got experience or whatever the case may be, but this guy right here looks like Cologino, straight out of a Bronx Tale. Same age and everything. We got another one over here. He's about 20-something years old. What I'm really trying to say is if they can't really take care of, no disrespect to you guys, women, what would they possibly do to some men or apprehending some big guy that's doing something crazy? That's what I'm talking about when I talk about the DEI inclusion. I just want to have police that can actually police, strong enough to actually fight off or hold off some people, maybe 5 or 6 people out there, maybe 10 of them that can actually hold the line. Because from what we've been seeing, there's been a lot of people that's just there to get their hours done, cell phone, flipping through their phone, and really not doing the work. And they can't. Look at them being overpowered by this crowd. Also proves that we don't have the manpower in New York.
There's nowhere to go. You're breaking the car. Back up. Move back. Move back on him. Move it. Are you okay? Back up. Back.
So yeah, colleges, they going crazy out here, you guys. I don't know what you guys got to say about this, but college, Brooklyn College, that was at Brooklyn College right there. I'm in the comments. What y'all got for me over here? Super Peaceful says, potato pot. What else you got? Commander Black says, y'all wanted to fund the police, and this is what you get. Now you cry. There you go. You mean defund the police. I'm gonna say it right for you. Commander says y'all wanted to defund the police, and this is what y'all got now. And Commander, I'm not crying. I'm just telling you what it is. Edward says it's nonsense is what it is. What else y'all got? Peaceful, huh? LOL. Yeah, peaceful protest. Y'all see that? Still Black Jesus 214 says, why you start wearing suits all the time? I like the way they look, and I like the way I like to wear suits. That's not even important right now. Now, you guys do me a favor and hit that like button and get those likes up if y'all appreciate the content. Because now we're gonna go over to Washington with Van Hollen and Kristi Noem. They went at it, and yo, I want you guys. Woo! This right here. How many people wish they had a chance to speak to the senator that went to El Salvador on the regards of Kilmar Abrego Garcia? I'm sure you probably would have had some choice words for him, right? I'm sure you probably would have asked him, why did he do that? And why did he go over there? Well, guess what? Believe it or not, through Kristi Noem, you're going to be able to ask these questions and much more. If you guys like the content that you're checking out right now, do your boy a favor. It's Saturday morning. I ain't even go out last night. Yes, I'm wearing a tuxedo at 6 o'clock in the morning. Do me a favor, you guys, double tap that screen to get those likes up. That gets more people over here, and it gets the algorithms going as well. If you guys appreciate the content, I know you're going to like this, because Kristi basically stepped up and spoke for certain people that didn't have a voice to speak to Senator Van Hollen. And let's get into it.
Maya knows how quality care can bring out a smile. But
Senator Van Hollen.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Madam Secretary, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
And I was glad to see in your recent testimony that you reaffirmed your obligations to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And I understand you had an exchange with Senator Murphy on the Abrego Garcia case. And so I'm just going to put the question directly to you. Are you or DHS doing anything to comply with the 9-0 Supreme Court order to facilitate his return to the United States? Just yes or no.
This administration is following all federal court orders.
Madam Secretary, this is a simple question.
The president's prerogative on conversations that
Madam
happen
Chair,
with the president of El Salvador.
I ask a simple question. We have a limited amount of time. I just asked you, Madam Secretary, whether or not you or the Department of Homeland Security are taking any action to facilitate the 9-0 Supreme Court decision to facilitate his return. This is a very simple question. Are you taking any action to facilitate his return, or are you not?
This administration is following and complying with all federal court orders
So
to make sure that we.
So you are, because the court ordered that you facilitate his return. So you are facilitating his return.
Sir, Senator, thank you for the question, but what I would
Madam
tell you
Secretary.
is that we are following court orders
Madam
and
Secretary.
that your advocacy for a known terrorist is alarming to me.
Madam
It's
Secretary.
alarming to me because he's a human smuggler.
Madam
he's a
Secretary,
white
I'm going to have to reclaim
and a
it.
terrorist, and
Madam-
he's not a U.S. citizen. He's a citizen of El Salvador and he's home. If he were to come
Madam-
back
Madam
here,
Secretary.
we would take him immediately
All right,
back.
I'm going to have to, Madam Secretary, you should know a couple facts then, which is, number one, in 2019, the immigration court said that he should not be returned to El Salvador because it would put his life in danger. The Trump administration at the time did not appeal that decision. After that, he got a work permit and was working legally in the United States of America. This is also why the district court and the appellate court and the Supreme Court have ruled as they have. I suggest that rather than make these statements here, that you and the Trump administration make them in court under oath, because despite what you just said, the federal district court whose judge is hearing this case right now said, and I'm quoting, that the administration has provided no evidence linking Abrego Garcia to MS-13 or any other terrorist activity. I'm not vouching for the man. I'm vouching for his due
Well, yes,
process
you are,
rights.
sir. You've
No,
been
no,
vouching
no,
for
Madam
him.
Secretary,
I
with
would
respect.
suggest that you defend and
Madam
stand
Re-
alongside
Madam-
the victims
this-
of
you're-
illegal
this is
crime in this
political
country,
rhetoric.
the citizens who live here and
Do
are
you-
United States Americans. I would suggest you advocate for them as hard
Madam
as you do
Secretary,
those foreign terrorists.
I know you're doing a political speech
No,
here.
I'm
I
not,
get it.
sir.
I'm asking questions of law. No, you're just
I
spewing
truly
rhetoric.
believe this. I
Well, you're
truly believe
spewing
this as an
rhetoric. Let me
American.
ask you this. Do you agree with Justice Scalia in the Supreme Court opinion in Reno v. Flores that, I'm quoting, "It is well established that the Fifth Amendment entitles aliens to due process of law in deportation proceedings." End of quote.
Sir, we are utilizing every due process tool that this Congress has afforded us.
This is-
The Congress decides what
Madam
due process
Secretary,
is
with-
appropriate for every situation. Expedited removal is a due process that you have afforded us that we are utilizing. The Alien Enemies
Madam,
Act
I'm going
is
to
another
reclaim
tool
my
that
time,
we're
Madam
utilizing.
Secretary.
So
You
we are
are,
giving due
Madam
process
Secretary.
and using the tools
Madam
that
Secretary,
this Congress has given
this
us.
is really, I'm asking sort of simple questions of law and simple questions like, are you complying with the 9-0 Supreme Court decision? And you seem to think that's some kind of trick question. Let me ask you this. You were down at CCOT in El Salvador, and you said, and that I'm quoting, "It is one of the tools in the toolkit that we will use." And it's well known that the Trump administration is paying the government of El Salvador to keep these individuals, including those who the U.S. courts have determined were illegally taken out of the country in violation of their due process rights. Have you seen the grant document between the United States and the government of El Salvador with respect to the CCOT?
It's important that everybody knows the consequences of what happens for their actions in this country. When you break the law and you're a member of a foreign
Madam
terrorist
Secretary, I asked you a
organization, there are
question. Have you
consequences
seen
to
the
that.
document? This is not hard.
Yes, I have.
Okay. And what are the provisions of the doc? So do you know what entities in El Salvador are
Sir,
receiving
I'm
the
sure
funds?
you can see this document as well and have
Well,
looked at it for
I'm
evaluation.
glad you raised that, Madam Secretary, because I sent you a letter along with many of my colleagues here on April 8th, asking for, among other things, that document. Will you respond to the letter that we sent?
I will respond to your letter.
Can I get some sense of when?
We will take a look at it. I don't remember seeing your letter yet, but I will certainly
Well,
take
it's
a look
been
at
there
it.
over a
and give you
month.
response.
The senator's time has
No,
expired.
Madam Chair.
Senator Kennedy?
Madam Chair.
Madam Secretary.
Secretary.
Watch.
I have some additional questions.
No, sir,
related
that's up
fire
to
account.
you to manage that time. Senator Kennedy.
I need a little help from a chair that respects
No.
the members.
No
of
help.
the
Madam
I'm sorry.
Secretary.
This is-
You pretty.
Hey guys,
I had to let it go that far because I wanted you guys to see everything. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like him. I don't like what he's about. I don't like what he's trying to do. So I love the way it was finally like payback for everybody that didn't like what he did, the way he went over there and spent that taxpayer money to help out an illegal immigrant. I know you guys are going to be mad at me because some of you guys believe that he's not. But if you guys really want to look into Kilmar Abrego Garcia, you'd find much more stuff as far as like possibly, allegedly, transporting people through states that's illegal, as well as many crimes that he committed against his own wife, scaring the HELL hockey sticks out of her, having mad video audio that we already played here. Oh, I'm scared. Oh my God, but his family's, yeah, we already know everything about Kilmar. So yes, I like the fact that Kirsty spoke for the American people that didn't have the chance to speak up and ask them why he did what he did. Bronx said, but Trump's goofifying every week, spending millions of dollars every weekend is productive. Okay, that's what Bronx said. Still Black says they can't even account for our tax money and chase the guy. Okay, Natalie Georgievich says, guys, the creep trying to make a name for himself. There you go. We got Tim Nugent that says a work permit has an expiration date by. Okay, Carolyn says 100% right. Commander Bly says you don't like when someone uphold the law. LOL. Ben Camera says you are right. Thank you guys so much. Chip says he's safe now in his own country. Deacon said show Murphy and Noam. Okay. Ben Camaro says, yep. Face Jobby says, Alien Enemies Act is only valid during wartime. Yeah, what says, my court crap had no time limit. What the F, right? Tim Nugent says, ridiculous. Jason says, pretty trashy setup. Okay, anyway. Okay, so you can leave. Boom! Let's get Jason up out of here. Boom! There you go. Just you don't need to see the trashy setup. If you don't like it, you can go. Smack the Donkey says, as a member of MS-13, he is a wanted man in El Salvador. And I'm gonna put a little cherry on top of that and say, and he's back in his country where he need to be. And they're already saying, like, what do you want us to go over there and smuggle him out? And even the president of El Salvador said, no, we're not letting him out. So we're not doing that. So we're going to keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got this serious situation with LA, Los Angeles. Come on, LA. Hold up. Wait. Everybody from LA, come here. We got news. We got news for you, Los Angeles. So step to the front of the congregation, because I want you guys to see this because LAPD, they've launched a probe into 911 responses. I mean, these guys are getting 911 calls. They're supposed to be pulling up and trying to take care of what's going on in the 911 call. They're driving off. They basically not even following up on the 911 calls. And this is now being probed because it's happened numerous times and people have actually lost their lives due to it. It's a very serious story. So LA, want you guys to see what's going on here. Check this out, you guys. We got news for Los Angeles right now. You know we like to keep it rounded. I still want you guys to let me know where you're from at this point of the show. I still want you guys to chime in. Let me know where you're from because I love to get content from where you're from. This way we can have a better dialogue and we can have more intense conversations, right? So do me that favor and let's get into this situation with LA right now.
Internal investigations into why officers responding to separate 911 calls left without entering the homes, only to return later and find murder victims inside. On April 26, a 43-year-old man was found dead in his Valley Village apartment. Neighbors had called 911 3 days earlier, reporting screams and sounds of a violent struggle. Officers responded and knocked, but never went inside. That same day, another man was beaten to death in his Woodland Hills home. In that case, a woman inside the house called 911 to report the attack, but responding officers also left without entering. The victim's body was discovered hours later. LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell acknowledged the response failures today during a police commission meeting.
Damn.
The LAPD has launched internal investigations into why.
So you guys got to be careful in LA. You might as well arm up, be careful. And I think that, wait a minute, LA is a sanctuary city. I don't know if they're going to be letting you guys carry weapons and stuff out there like that. So I'm sorry to say you're kind of on your own. You look at it for what it is. They called the police. Somebody was getting beat up. They came there and drove off, just left. Like, really? Talking about a probe, and my question is this: who's doing the probe? Is it an internal internal probe? Is it the police policing themselves? Because if that is, you know, they're not going to tell on themselves, and they're going to have an excuse of why they drove off. Oh, we thought that we didn't hear anything. We got the wrong address. Any number of crap just to try to say why they didn't do their job. I'm in the comments, y'all. What y'all got for me? Joy says, England, the UK is like LA. It's lawless. Smack the Donkey says, hello from Lorraine, Ohio. Yeah, we had Ohio in here yesterday. Michigan, Potato Pot says, Michigan, Detroit. Smack It says, hey Ed, what's up? Okay, we got Michigan. We always rocking in Michigan. We always rocking with Detroit because we got Batty up in here. Yeah, what? Be careful here. Scary if you're stupid. What else you got over here? You got E-Man says, can't wait until I'm done with school for the year so I can leave the Bay and head back to civilization. Back to Irvine, LOL. Ooh, how is it out there with you at, Iman? Is it crazy out there? Let me know. Still Black Jesus 214 says, they making dire wolves here. Why? Okay, Edward says, hello from Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, we got Cleveland in the building. Hawaii, do not claim this failure. Okay, yeah, what says, wild game here. Hectic Hex says, the founders are from where? Still Black Jesus says, Dallas, Texas in the building. What? We got obvious you don't respect the founders. Okay, we got Newark, but I'm in NYC, the Bronx, says Eric Black. Caroline says Queens, New York. What's up, Queens? Hectic TC, you don't even know the Constitution. Travis Barker says Grand Rapids, Michigan. Y'all, let's go over to Florida. Anybody from Florida in the building? I want to see if there's anybody from Florida in the building because we got some serious accusations going on with this nurse. And boy, she lucky that the mother didn't do something else to her to forget the police because her daughter is like a teenager and she's like paraplegic. And this nurse, yes, a bad nurse, she's just been arrested and accused of acts of torture on a disabled teenager. You guys, you know I hate bringing news like this out, but since it's happening and it's only got like 13,000 views, we bring it to this platform because it needs to be known. And I got to let you guys see what's going on with this Florida nurse. So check this out. She need her ass whooped.
A home health nurse is behind bars tonight after she's accused of abusing a disabled woman. Nia Ayers was arrested in St. Cloud yesterday. She's charged with aggravated abuse of a disabled adult, which is a felony. Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie is live tonight with the latest details. Hannah, you spoke with the victim's mother. What did she tell you?
Marlisa, I did. She is sick to her stomach over this, understandably so. She says her home security footage caught everything, and watching that video back made her nauseous. She is just thanking God tonight that her daughter is even still alive. She didn't want to speak with us on camera because she's still too emotional, understandably so, but she says she hopes this story serves as a lesson for others. That's St. Cloud police arresting Nia Ayers Wednesday night.
Being charged with aggravated disabled person abuse.
Ayers is accused of abusing an 18-year-old quadriplegic woman. She's nonverbal and diagnosed with cerebral palsy. The woman's mother called police after finding red scratches around her daughter's mouth and eyes on May 3rd. Chief Douglas Gerke says there's undisputable video evidence showing the assault.
The video it's horrible. It's horrible to watch.
Acts of torture is how one officer details the abuse in this arrest warrant. The video reportedly shows Ayers taping the victim's mouth shut, then ripping the tape off repeatedly, shaking her head and body, pinching her, shaking her breathing machine so aggressively her nose began to bleed. It also states Ayers held a washcloth over the victim's mouth for 10 seconds. Then again for 7 more seconds.
It's just absolutely shocking, and it's unimaginable that somebody could do something like this.
According to the Department of Health, Ayers has been a licensed practical nurse since 2021 and has had no prior complaints or disciplinary action. The victim's mother tells me Ayers has worked in their home for over a year. She worries there may have been past incidents. Gerke says they're still reviewing footage.
If we do find something else, there'll be additional charges coming. We will continue to drop charge after charge after charge on this person to ensure that either she never sees the light of day or she doesn't ever do this again.
Yeah, y'all. I had to bring it to you. I hate to do stuff like that, but it has to be shown. It has to be told. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys, because, again, we got a lot in the clip. If you guys appreciate the content y'all seeing right now, let's double tap that screen so we can get more people over here. Got about 180-something people in the building. We can still make it happen. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. That'll shake up that algorithm to get more people over here. Yes, I'm coming to the comments right now. I want to know what you guys got to say about that. What is wrong with her? Shaking my head, says Aria. What else you got here? You got Kendra Walker says the sickness, there is a place for her, SSA. We got Edward that says jail is too good for some people. We got, who else we got? We got Natalie over here that says eyes look void of anything in her mugshot. She's gonna need to watch her back in jail. What else you got? Commander says just an average American. Deacon Blue says she'll get 10 years. Hectic Heck says that's an American. Yeah, what says Lord save her. Hope beyond the walls, she learns this, SHIT. Tim McGinn says his heart is broken. Hectic Heck says list. Disturbing says Kendra, so disturbing. Comment says from Rochester, New York, live in Pueblo, Colorado. I got homies in Colorado. Okay, comment. Yeah, what says less law catches first. Anthony says like the jacket in the bow tie, man, you look sharp. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it, you guys. Because now we had somebody said that they was from Dallas. Come on. I need you to come back to the front of the congregation, Dallas. I knew it was something about Dallas. When you said Dallas, I said, wait a minute. We got something on Dallas today. So if you're from Dallas, come on to the front of the congregation because this one is for you. And I'm sorry, but it's a bad one. Because we got this Dallas S assault where this man was found due to DNA. Women in Dallas, do not sleep with your windows open. Don't think it's safe because this fool literally crept in someone's window. And he got caught by the daughter, but he got caught too late because he was already in the kitchen, crouching down. The mother got nervous. He took her in the room. And yes, another assault happened similar to the ones that we see going on. Don't even want to say it, but it was an SA attack in Dallas. You women everywhere, do not sleep with your windows open. I'm telling you right now, there's crazy people out here, and this is the type of stuff that they do.
Investigators say DNA evidence led them to a sexual assault suspect. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. 32-year-old Alex Suarez is charged with sexual assault. Police say he broke into a family's apartment early in the morning, sneaked through the window, and assaulted a mother. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager is live tonight with more. Peyton.
Steve, and we spoke with that victim off camera today. She told me that she is still scared to sleep in her apartment, and she is scared for the safety of her family. Her teenage daughter was the one to notice the suspect, a stranger, inside the apartment. The victim then pleaded with the suspect not to hurt her kids. Surveillance video shows the moment a man in a black mask walked out of an apartment in the early morning hours of April 25th, leaving a woman and her 2 teenage children traumatized. It happened at a complex near Park Lane and Webb Chapel Road. Dallas police say 32-year-old Alex Suarez snuck into the victim's apartment through an open window around 6:30 a.m. According to an arrest affidavit, after the victim's daughter alerted her there was an intruder, the victim saw the unknown suspect crouched down in the kitchen area. Suarez forced the woman to have sex as her daughters hid in a nearby bedroom. At some point, the woman noticed a man walking by her apartment and told the suspect that was her cousin, causing the suspect to stop the assault, and Suarez left. DNA evidence detectives were able to obtain later came back matching Suarez. Meanwhile, Dallas police collected multiple surveillance videos of Suarez and released these stills to the public. Tuesday, a Dallas police officer noticed Suarez get off a DART bus at Skillman Street and Larmonda Street. Officers tried to stop Suarez off Melody Lane, but he took off running. During the foot chase, police say 2 officers deployed their tasers. One struck Suarez, who was taken into custody and booked into the Dallas County Jail. It's not Suarez's first accusation of sexual crimes. Online records show Suarez took a plea deal in January after police say he exposed himself last August outside the Bachman Rec Center. Rec Center staff told police there were children in the building at the time. Suarez's criminal history in Dallas County dates back to 2012, including drug charges and assault, family violence. And Dallas police believe Suarez is connected to another sexual assault that took place in late April last month. Dallas police still investigating that case. They tell us that it was a case out of the Lake Highlands area.
I think they should have locked him up a long time ago. They should have gave him more time. From what I'm seeing, he's got tremendous amounts of mug shots there. There's at least 17 different cases, assault, all sorts of sexual assaults and stuff like that. Why is this person able to keep on getting out of jail? Ridiculous, does not make any sense. Now we're gonna move on over to a situation with some road rage, because yes, this is what's happening out here, and we need to be smart and have the wherewithal to be able to deal with this crap. Road rage, a suspect is caught after a viral hit and run was caught on camera. Want you guys to see this. If y'all still with me, let me know where you guys are chiming in from. You see, I told you, you said Dallas, and I came with the Dallas hit. So here go another one. This is not a good video, not something that's pleasant. So any children around or whatever like that right now, you probably want to move them or don't let them see your phone. Here we go. All right, y'all ready? Let's go.
A horrific hit and run caught on camera in Oregon. Dash camera video taken on a highway in Beaverton on Monday morning shows a motorcyclist in the center lane gesturing at a Kia Carnival van to his left. The van sharply swerving right, hitting the motorcyclist, sending him flying onto the shoulder before speeding off. The family of the 21-year-old victim says he was trying to communicate with the driver after a couple of close calls.
The van had almost hit him twice already. And my brother was trying to be like, well, like, do you not see me? What is happening? And then the driver made eye contact with him and jerked the wheel.
Corey's family says he suffered a concussion and bruises, showing his cracked helmet that might have saved his life.
The driver hit him so hard that my son's clutch lever went through the complete side of his steel-toe boots. That's how bad he hit him. And threw up 250 feet.
I just thought I just saw someone die in front of me.
Lucy Brissack says she witnessed the incident and stayed with Corey until help arrived.
That's someone's baby. And if my daughter were in the same position, I would want someone to step up.
Okay, y'all, but I'm gonna speak the other way too, because I ride motorcycles. Number one, after you get into a heated situation like that, you guys are probably you don't know what happened before that. They could have been cursing at each other back and forth the whole ride down there. Now you want to speed up, going the same speed as a car, going about 70 or 80, and then you're doing all this. We see what's happening. We look like you're pointing, but we know you probably cursing the dude out, doing whatever, and you peed him off. Next thing you know, and he did what he did. Nobody is right in that situation, especially the one that hit him. Definitely wrong for that, and he definitely should be charged for it. But let's not unsee what we probably really saw. I'm in the comments, y'all. What y'all got for me on this one? Not worth it. Bronx Dweller says, yeah, I was thinking that too. What else you got? Dee Dee says the driver needs to be charged with attempted murder. What else y'all got? Road rage says J.E. Leif says turn around. Oh yeah, you out of here. Boom! Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Iman says facts. That dude lived is insane. Natalie Georgievich says he is blessed. Glad to hear he's alive. Bronx Dweller says that's crazy. Deacon says he was talking trash and flipping the bird. Thank you, Deacon. You saw it. Thank you, Deacon. Intelligence says tough man. And then we got Commander Bly says at least he's alive. Batty Lynn's like, wow, yeah, you don't do all of that. Don't do all of that. You already probably peed the guy off, and you on a motorcycle. He's in a steel cage or in a car. You don't have it, bro. And your legs is exposed. That's why people that ride motorcycles, we have to be very much more cautious. We're riding a motorcycle. It ain't like we out here, in a truck or something like that. You get hit, you're gonna get hurt. So be careful, you guys. And it's not always worth beefing with people. Let them get it, whatever. Flip off the bird and keep on driving, or don't. Think about it like this. Sometimes you might want to just, because sometimes when you go so hard and you do such, and you build yourself up, you're not thinking. You're not thinking with a smart mind, and we don't want to be like that. We want to be smart around here. Now we want to keep on moving forward because there's concern after another 90-second outage in Newark Airport, sending the planes into another blind frenzy. Yes, 90 seconds. Imagine that. Your plane is about to come in for a landing and there's no communication with the tower. This is going on too much. I don't understand why it's happening. I already told you guys I'm about to get on the Greyhound or take the train. I'm not playing around flying right now. Flying is a cool experience. It gets you where you got to go much faster and it's much more efficient. But with what's going on right now, I'm good. I'm taking the train. I'm going to different ways. I'm going to different ways. I'm not taking no planes for at least a couple of months.
And it lasted for about 90 seconds. Plenty of time for a disaster to happen. Fortunately, that was not the case. Now, this is the same issue that happened last Monday.
And that, along with staffing and construction issues, has led to 2 weeks of delays and cancellations at Newark Airport with no end in sight. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger in the newsroom with the latest.
Sandra, this has really put a spotlight, this whole crisis has, on the outdated technology that is the underpinning of the nation's air traffic control system. People in windowless rooms who use radar scopes to track thousands of planes at altitude. This morning, for at least the third time in the last couple of weeks, those scopes at a facility handling Newark Airport traffic simply went dark.
Our scopes just went black again. If you care about this, contact your airline and try to get some pressure for them to fix this stuff.
Sorry to hear about that. FedEx 19, switching. Good luck, guys.
Just had another brief radar outage, so check.
She said there's another brief radar outage. So just in case that happens again, for your purpose, if you can't reach me, just stay at or above 3,000 until you're passing. And then it went inaudible. And then it says, and you can just clear for approach from there. And you don't even know, nobody telling you, okay, clear for landing, none of that. She said, if you can't call me now, just stay at 3,000 and go ahead and land. What? Oh my God, a blind landing? Okay.
Just in case that happens again, for your purposes, if you can't reach me, just stay at or above 3,000 until you're passing Morristown, and then you can just clear for the approach from there.
Now, they actually went dark for about 90 seconds, and that is an eternity for the air traffic controllers who have people's lives in their hands. All of this has been playing out in one area of this facility in Philadelphia, where the Newark controllers are located, and where, after previous incidents 2 weeks ago, some controllers were so rattled by the experience they were reduced to tears and took leave. That led to a reduction in manpower, which led to a reduction in the number of planes controllers can handle at any given time, and that led to epic delays as the rate of arrivals was throttled by the FAA, which couldn't handle the number of flights airlines schedule. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy just yesterday unveiled a plan to overhaul the nation's air traffic control system, but it will take tens of billions of dollars, years to complete, and an act of Congress to approve within
tens of billions of dollars. So you guys, and it said it's going to take years to complete. So pay attention to stuff like this. And yeah, I'm taking a train. I'm not messing around with no planes. And I want to know what you guys got to say about it in the comments. Here I go. What y'all got for me? Commander says troll. Okay, Commander says lazy people, lazy president, lazy nation. Okay, TC Commander troll. Okay, let me see what else. Yeah, what says Trump is far from lazy. Bronx Dweller says, we are not building factories to replenish or update this system? Question mark. Okay, keep on moving. Oh, what else you got over? You got Bronx Dweller says, this is insane. Yeah, man. Iman says, this country been going down the drain. And we're number one. We're number one. Yeah, right. Didi says, later smack. What else you got? You got Natalie Georgievich that says, crazy that taxpayers are responsible for the cost of their systems. That's outdated, huh? They get all that money. Why we responsible for it? 3RD Third says, Johnson, they need a major upgrade system. Exactly, Third Johnson, exactly. Cox Collar says, we do not need help. We are the help. Who are you going to ask for help, LOL? Okay, Smack the Donkey says, see you later today, everyone. Keeping it real, Bugatti. Love your podcast. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Have a good one, y'all. Not me, him, he's leaving. I'm still here because we got more to get into. Do me a favor, you guys. Y'all appreciate the content. Double tap that screen to get those likes up because y'all know what we do over here. We getting it in. And with that being said, dead ant. I'm not saying dead. I'm saying dead ant. Dead ant. Like an ant, like a bug, like a roach, like a, creepy crawly. Dead ant. That's what I'm singing because right now, yes, you guys, you already know, some crazy things happen when you take flights, when you go places. You never know what somebody's carrying in their luggage. Case in point, perfect example right here. These teen ant smugglers are sentenced to fines and 1 year in prison. That's right, you heard me correctly. These teenagers were smuggling ants on the plane, on their person. Didn't even know that this was a crime that a lot of people are doing. Like to see it? Here it go. Want you guys to see this right here. Yes, smuggling ants from Africa. Check this out, you guys. This is the only place you're going to see this at, but I definitely want to make sure you guys see this craziness going on right here. Check this out.
Of a disturbing and lucrative trend. It's the case that's crawled its way into the global headlines that got authorities feeling a little antsy.
A lot of ants.
Yes, ants. 2 Belgian teenagers have been fined more than $7,000 each for trying to smuggle thousands of giant African harvester ants out of Kenya. And if they don't pay, they could find themselves in prison.
We are not criminals. We are naive. And I just want to go home.
The 19-year-olds claim they were collecting the ants as a hobby, but authorities say the ants were actually destined for Europe and Asia, where hobbyists are willing to pay more than $200 for a single queen ant. Experts say these ants help aerate soil and spread seeds, playing a crucial role in the local ecosystem. Removing them could have serious environmental consequences.
Whenever you bring an organism from a different environment, you are likely to do some intervention for that organism to stabilize. Until it stabilizes, then there is a likelihood it's not going to survive there.
It's the latest in a string of bizarre smuggling busts. A man in China tried to smuggle more than 100 live snakes, stuffing them into his pants. 2 German nationals tried to smuggle more than 200 tarantulas out of Colombia. And just last week, this man was caught smuggling parakeets stuffed in his boots at the U.S.
I wanted to, he had a parakeet in his boots. How did it live?
Mexican border. Officials in Kenya say smugglers used to focus on large animal species, but the new trend is to target lesser-known species.
Is your child struggling with?
Yeah, y'all. They smuggling ants out here. They smuggling tarantulas. One fool had some snakes in his pants. Snakes on a plane, but in your pants. He had snakes on a plane in his pants, y'all. I'm in the comments for this. What y'all got for me over here? Michelle says, there's a snake in my pants and a parakeet in my boot. What the heck? Kendra said, glove up. What? Dashun says, oh my God. Third Johnson said, got ants in my pants and I need to dance. I can't go through court with my belt, FT. And I can't go through with my belt. So cringy, right? What else y'all got? What else? Deacon Blue says, smuggling is a big business. Kurdian says, what's in your pants? A snake. What's in your wallet? What's in your pants? A snake. Third Johnson says, they got paid for that, but got caught. Yep. Potato Pot says, you could say he's got a snake in his pants. LMAO. Lord have mercy, says Kendra Walker. Iman says, shit serious though, because I can't F up ecosystem if they do break out. It could. Imagine that ant running up on a regular New York ant or like a ant from the hood. That ant would be like, the regular ants would be like, what the? They'll feel like they've been invaded by like this one ant right there. And then they said they would have to adapt. But I have no idea who's selling and who's buying ants or any sort of crazy exotic creatures out here right now. But yes, you guys, if y'all appreciate the content, do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen. We're trying to get up to 40,000 subscribers right now. We got 30, so we're already real close. No, we got 10,000 more to go. But we're going to be moving forward. We're not going to give up. We're going to be ambitious, and we're not going to give up until we get to that point and move further to 100,000 subscribers, because that's what we're looking to do, you guys. If y'all appreciate the content, double tap that screen to get more likes going on. Also, if y'all want to make some money, go over to the description area where you can fill out a survey and make up to $500. Go ahead. There's about 2 surveys over there. I made sure that you guys are going to be able to make some money off when y'all come over here. So check out the surveys, and if it applies to you, fill out a survey and see if you can make up to $500 today. Also, if you got a business, maybe a car dealership, you're a mobile barber, you might groom dogs or whatever. I don't know what you do, but if you got a flyer, send it over to us at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. We'll put it up in the post area where we all can see it and possibly get you some more business. We all about making more business, and we're also about what? The Show Your Talent search that's coming to New York City. 5 different boroughs: Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. This is the talent show where you make $250 by showing me, the host of Show Your Talent show. Show me your talent, and if you're the one that's good, and if I like you the best, you're going to be the one to make $250 in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Once we get everybody at the grand finale, one finalist will make $1,000. That's right, $1,000. So y'all go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's and 2 P's. Go ahead and join the mailing list and let me know your name as well as what borough you're in, and that's it. You are signed up. You're already signed up. Once you fill out the mailing list, you're part of the list. I'll see you there. Make sure you're over 21 and older, because it does involve alcohol. That's right, you guys. Big Drip Hard Punch is the sponsor of said event. So do me a favor as well. Go into the liquor store. If you like grape vodka with a nice, clean, crisp taste, I'm talking about a nice, great drink that actually has a 14% alcohol in it. All you need is one. Go on over to the liquor store right now and ask for some Big Drip. That's the new scissor. That's right, sipping on some scissor. So basically what we did, we took it out the bottle, we changed the name, and we now call it Big Drip. That's right, look for that can right there. Ask your merchant, do you guys got Big Drip up in here? Oh, y'all don't got Big Drip? Well, we up out of here, because that's the only people that's really giving back to the community and that got that Show Your Talent show that's going on. And with that, you guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Stay healthy, stay safe, drink some water. It's Saturday. Get your butt outside, get some air, chill out, get some sun, because it always helps with the vitamins and everything. Break up the monotony, because you might have to go back to work the next week. That's right, do something for yourself, but also stay safe, especially in a sanctuary city, because you already know what goes on in places like that. I'm not telling you not to enjoy your life, but I'm also telling you to be careful and be safe. Also, y'all already know I gotta say it. Problems present opportunities. We woke up this morning. That means that you got another chance to move forward and get through whatever problems that you have, because the gift of life is just that. A lot of people complain, but the thing about it is you woke up and now you have the chance to keep on finding the solution to your problem. So you guys, with that being said, I want you to have a fantastic day. Stay healthy, smile for no reason. And until tomorrow, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. And like I tell you every day, all the time, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel. Send up a bunch of super chats. Also, hit the like button, because I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get 'em! 1. See you guys later. Peace.